Hey guys, we are back working on my 1953 Ford F100. In a recent video, we made this toe board patch for the driver's side. Fits underneath where the pedals and steering column come through the floor. We've got this dome that is for underneath the high beam, low beam switch, and I've already replaced the front, we'll say, third of it. But unfortunately, this back part is just too far gone to try and weld it back together with just some spot welds. Off camera, I have started putting together a patch that so far seems to lay in fairly decent. This curve kind of matches the curve of that dome. The problem we have is we've got to get some pretty serious shrinking happening in here, to the point where I might have to cut those out and make separate patches for those. But I'm hoping that I can make this all into one. To make that happen, I think we need a shrinking fork. And a shrinking fork is going to be made out of a piece of 1/2-inch round bar. And essentially, we're going to make like a pair of needle nose pliers. Kind of like a pair of needle nose pliers that'll stick up. A little bit further than that, of course, and that will allow us to bend shrinking pleats into the piece fairly deep into the panel. I'm hoping that that'll allow us to get some decent shrink happening in the top and the bottom of this patch. So it'll lay in there and fill in where the worst of that rust is. Follow along, we'll see how successful I am with this. Thanks for watching. What do you figure, guys? Is that a small enough gap that we should be able to use that to twist the shape into that sheet metal? I think it looks fairly good. I'm going to tack these together and we'll see how things look. And I guess probably we'll end up filling the gap in between a little bit with some weld as well. Make this a fairly stout piece that'll take a little bit of abuse. Okay, I'm not going to record the welding because that's a good way to get ridiculed on the internet, and also I don't want to damage my camera, but I'll get this welded up and I'll bring you guys back when we see what we have to work with. That welding didn't turn out half bad. It's not too shabby when you can turn the heat up enough. Definitely that needs to cool off before we do any more. But the next step that we're going to go with is sanding down the forks here a little bit, so they're a little more like a pair of needle nose pliers. I'll bring you guys back when I'm ready to get going on that, and we'll see how it turns out. I think that is kind of sort of what we're aiming for. We've got the piece that we need to shrink. We need to shrink the top and the bottom. Try and get it to curve that way, and then we get these top and bottom wings to drop down. That's what we're aiming for. We've got a tuck in there. That's drawing everything together. Obviously, we're going to end up pounding most of that back out, but at least it's a start. That's two in the, I guess that's the top. We'll throw a couple in the bottom here. So there's our two tucks. Probably should have had them both go in the same direction, but oh well. And you can see that we've kind of puckered this whole thing tighter, which isn't necessarily what we're going after, because I had it fitting pretty good like this prior to putting these tucks in. But what we want to do is we want to try and shrink this distance so that this lays down. Probably end up putting a couple little more shrinks on the front and the back as well. But for now, we'll start with the top. There we go. We kind of see the anvil here now. So the way this works is we take and we put our pleat on the anvil, and we take the hammer we kind of bend over the end. And the idea being there is we're kind of locking that pleat in, so then when we tap everything out, it will still keep this kind of shrinking. And we do the same thing on the other end. And that'll shrink this whole thing a little bit. The idea being that you totally mash up the panel, and then when you're done, you straighten it back out again. Get our front and back edge kind of reestablished. I'm going to put this on the Planishing Hammer and just kind of smooth that out a little bit, and then we'll try it up on the truck and see how it's doing. So here's essentially what we're trying to do. It still needs a little bit of tweaking at the front and at the back here so that it lays in. All right, it's a little better. As you can see, we've still got some more shrinking to do. I think we need to kind of come up the corner here a little bit more. This could still use with some shrinking, but it's certainly coming. And but if we start coming up around the front, this back isn't too bad. But if we come around the corners rather than just on the straight edge, I think that will help us draw those draw these top and bottom back down tighter against the metal. Basically, from here back is original. It's not in the best of shape, and so that's what we need to create. Let me work on this a little more. I'll bring you guys back, and we'll see where I get to with it. Well, guys, I've got 3 sides fitting really well here. This back just won't come in for me. I don't know. I'm getting some shrink on it, but it's just not coming in. I ended up trimming ½ inch or so off of it. But this piece is really starting to deteriorate. I've just worked it too much. I think it's probably close enough that we can get it in there. Once I get it welded in on the 3 sides that are working good, I think I might just pie cut this, and that front part should pull down. We might still need another little patch here at the front of the cab. I think there's still a couple of pinholes in this area that need a little bit of attention, and it would be better off to replace it rather than try and fill pinholes forever and ever and ever. Well, let me do some cutting and button and whatnot here. I'm not going to record it because we've already done that recently, and we'll get this patch tacked in place and see how it looks. Bring you back when I got it done. Well, guys, this one has humbled me a little bit. I did get it welded in there, but man, it put up a fight. It looks like absolute crap because it just kept blow a hole through and spent ½ an hour chasing a 1-inch diameter hole. It's I don't know why this is such a challenge, but it definitely put up a fight. I think this is as far as I'm going to take it, though. I might just clean up a little bit more. A couple of rough spots that I just touched up here, but I think this is probably about as far as I'm going to take it. We'll give this a little skim coat of fiber fill over top of it and a little scuff with some, well, we'll start with 40 grit and work our way up from there. But I think that we're just about to the point where it's good enough. It is just the, here's the fender. This is in the wheel well, and the other side is covered with the plate that holds the dimmer switch. So this has been more about practicing, seeing what I can do and getting my skills back up to speed. And it has certainly been humbling. Anyways, we managed to get this middle piece back in. That's turned out not too bad. I put a couple of pie cuts in it, and it just basically fell right into place. So no problem there at all. I think this is as far as we're going to take this though for now. Thanks a lot for stopping by. If you got this far, give me a thumb up, if for no other reason than as a, shall we say, a mercy one, because this did not turn out as easy as I'd hoped. The shrinking fork turned out great though. Lots more to go on this truck though. We've definitely got a whole bunch more rust we've got to kick out of this thing, but it is coming along. If you haven't already done so, consider subscribing to the channel. I'd love to have you come back, check out some more videos, and we'll catch you guys in the next mess. Thanks for watching.